Hello, everybody, and welcome to Comics Illustrated. I am your host, Randy Siplon, and today we're doing something a little different than what I've been doing lately. Going back to basics, old school Comics Illustrated style. We're going to take a look at a comic, go over the artwork, and show this one off in all of its glory. I know some of you might be thinking, hey, what's going on here? This is a fairly recent comic book, and most of the videos that I make are on older stuff. But I felt that this particular comic deserved some attention for the amazing artwork by, in my opinion, one of the most underrated comic book artists of all time, Ed McGuinness. This comic is awesome, and I think it needs to be celebrated. Now, I do have some issues with this series, and I'll get into that later. But for now, I just want to take a look at it. This is Heroes Reborn #1. For those of you who aren't familiar with Heroes Reborn, the original, 25 years ago in 1996, Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld basically made their return to Marvel, and they each took control of, I think, 2 Marvel titles. It was all the Avengers characters. So there was Captain America, Avengers, Iron Man, and one other one that I can't remember right now, but that doesn't matter because that was 25 years ago. And this is now. So this is basically the 25th anniversary of Heroes Reborn. They decided to do a new series, and that's cool. And a lot of people weren't really into it. I've heard a lot of different mixed reviews on it, but as far as the first issue goes, from an artistic standpoint, this thing blew me away. Cool cover by Lionel Francis Yu. It's part of like a big gatefold, across all the issues. Now this is a couple months old now, or at least a few weeks old. One of my main problems with this series, okay, this is the first issue. It was put out weekly, and I'm not a big fan of that because you can never get the same artist to work on it. So Ed McGuinness does the first issue, and it's awesome. Then you get into the second issue, and Dale Keown did it, and it's not his best work. And then the third issue is by an artist that I never even heard of. It wasn't bad, but I like to have a story done by one artist throughout the whole story. Now, Ed McGuinness does do some backup stories in the other issues. Now, I only bought the first issue. I only bought this one because I liked the art so much that I just had to have it. And let's take a look at it. So, crack it open, and of course we have the title page. Whatever happened to Earth's mightiest heroes? Heroes Reborn. Jason Aaron, writer. Ed McGuinness, penciler. Mark Morales, inker. Mark Morales is maybe, quite possibly, the greatest living inker in comics, but I don't know who I would say is better. He's one of the greatest inkers, and very underrated also. And he always works with Ed McGuinness, so that just goes to show you that that's a very underrated art team. Matthew Wilson, colorist. He's a great colorist. So Okay, VC's Corey Pettit, letterer. I gave the letterer credit to. Okay. All right, so we start off with some. This guy is Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. He's riding his bike around. I don't know, whatever. There's Blade. But look at this page. Doctor Doom in all his glory. And then you have Dr. Juggernaut over here, which is an amalgamation, if you will. But yeah, I mean, this starts off, this is a great, I mean, obviously it's not a double page spread, but, you know, two facing basically splash pages, and this one, super powerful. They're both really, really well done, though. And there's a lot of splash pages in this comic, and that's what I love. It really captures that Kirby-esque vibe that Marvel Comics should have. Look at this. We get right into a double page Hyperion from Squadron Supreme, and I'm a big Squadron Supreme fan also, so that's pretty cool that they're part of this. And they've been featured a lot in the Avengers run by Jason Aaron and Ed McGuinness, which was also really awesome. Aside from the fact that there was a lot of fill-in artists because it was put out on a bi-weekly schedule, so every 2 weeks there's a new issue. Marvel does that with a lot of their top-tier titles. They do it with Spider-Man. They do it with, I think they do it with some of the X titles. They definitely were doing it with Avengers, and it kind of hurt the run because McGuinness wasn't in, you know, every issue, and I don't know. I hate when that happens. I know comics are different nowadays, and artists aren't doing, you know, 24 issues in a row or whatever back in the day, but you know, it still kind of breaks it up really badly when you're doing a bi-weekly schedule. Plus, you're making your customers, your readers shell out $8 a month, you know, to get their Avengers fix, and that's a little, you know, comics are expensive. They're even more expensive now. That was when they were $3.99. Now, well, most of them are still $3.99, but they have raised prices a little bit on some books. DC, some have gone up to $4.99. But that's not. I'm not here to complain about comic book prices. I'm here to showcase some amazing artwork. And yeah, this is a great double page spread. And yeah, I'm just gonna page through this pretty quickly. So yeah, we got some good action going on here. Hyperion is fighting the Dr. Juggernaut. I mean, this is what superhero comics should look like. Nighthawk, he's basically the Squadron Supreme Batman. Squadron Supreme is basically like a Justice League, Marvel's version of the Justice League, and I've always liked them. Here's another double page spread, and the Black Skull, so it's like Venom and Red Skull combo amalgam. Here we have Dr. Spectrum. He's like the Green Lantern. But like, look at the power in these pages and just the big heroic figures. Amazing comic. I really was pleasantly surprised by this. Yeah, and it looks great. Another double page spread. Silver Witch. That's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. And we have the Squadron Supreme's version of Flash, Blur. And yeah, this is cool. Power Princess. I don't know, that's not the best name. But like this is so cool. Like, and a nice big shot of Thanos. We have Blade. He's trying to get Thor to come back to help out, and I mean, look at that mad looking drunk Thor. That crazy look. He's got the crazy eyes in that one. It's so good though. Jeez. We got some fighting going on here. We got Nighthawk kicking some ass. Such powerful figures. The rendering is sweet. Everything is just perfect in this comic for me. I was super excited when I saw this for the first time, and this double page blew my socks off when I first saw it. I think I squealed a little bit, like a little girl. But that's amazing. I love it. I love this comic. It's too bad that they couldn't have just made this a monthly book and had Ed McGuinness do all of it. And now, yeah, that's the final page. Thor's hammer. And we have Captain America frozen. So I don't know what's going on there. But, yeah, like, I don't know. I do think McGuinness is doing Heroes Return #1, which comes out this Wednesday. So I'll be all over that, checking it. But yeah, I mean, like, this whole thing is basically 2 months and 7 issues in 2 months at $4.99. This was $5.99 for the first issue, and it's well worth it. I love this comic. I'm glad I bought it. But I mean, you're looking at between that and all the tie-ins. Like, if you want to buy this, you're looking at hundreds of dollars, and I just think that's crazy for a 2-month event. You know, I don't know, but that's probably why comics aren't, or at least Marvel and DC comics aren't doing as well as they used to. The readership is down, and this is stuff like this is why. Now, this could have been really cool, and I do like what they're doing with it. I don't even really mind having different artists working on it, but putting it out weekly and having all these tie-ins and stuff, it's just too much. And your average comic reader, I mean, I am probably, I would say I'm an above average comic reader. I'm a fanatic. I love comics. Comics are my favorite thing in the world. And even I'm like, I'm not going to spend all this money just to read this series. Like, there's no way. I will, however, buy the all Ed McGuinness issues. Because I follow creators. I don't really follow characters or stories. I follow artists. Some writers too I follow, but mostly I follow artists, and I like art, and this is cool. Look at that. This is amazing. I will buy this any day. And hopefully Heroes Return #1 will be all Ed McGuinness, and I will definitely buy that too. But yeah, I just wanted to put a spotlight on this because I think Ed McGuinness, guy's been drawing comics for like 30 years now, and I think he deserves more attention. I mean, he's popular. He's a fan favorite artist. He always has been. I think that he is a little bit unheralded as, considered one of the greats. And I think he's definitely in the top 10 of modern great comic artists. And by modern, I mean 90s till now. And yeah, I think he's awesome. And this comic is really cool. I recommend it highly. If you liked this video, and I know you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We need all the help we can get. I'm trying to grow this thing, and I need you to help me trick that algorithm. Give me some views. Give me some likes. Give me some comments, baby. Let me know what you think. Do you love Ed McGuinness like I do? Do you hate Ed McGuinness? Let me know. Do you hate Marvel? Do you hate DC? Do you hate mainstream comics? That seems to be the hot topic right now. I don't like to make videos about things I hate. There are some things, though, that I really do like that I want to continue to make more videos about, like that Masters of the Universe animated series that's coming out. Like, I definitely want to make another video about that. Doug TenNapel, not so much. I've said my piece about Doug, and I know there's been a lot of people that have clapped back in the comments section. He got taken down from YouTube again, but he started a new channel. So I don't understand this Doug TeNaples saga of back and forth. They ban him, but yet they keep letting him come back with new channels. It seems like maybe, just maybe, this controversy has been created by Doug himself in order to get views and sympathy from his audience. Whatever. Also, guys, my comic book Kill Reaver is still on Indiegogo. We're getting ever so closely to finishing that sucker and having it sent off to all the backers, and it is going to be one hell of a comic book. I'm so excited about getting Kill Reaver into your hands. So if you haven't already, go to Indiegogo, check the link in the description of this video, click that link, head over to Indiegogo, check out Kill Reaver. It's going to be an awesome thrill ride of a comic. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye!
My name is Randy Siplon, creator, writer, and artist of Kill Reaver. Kill Reaver is a love letter to the fantasy worlds of my youth, from comics, movies, and games. I'm so excited to bring this project to life. Working on this book has been a dream come true. Kill Reaver is going to be an awesome thrill ride of a comic. Won't you come along with me and enter the realm of the Kill Reaver? Kill Reaver number 1, a 40-page, full-color, epic fantasy comic, only on Indiegogo.